Good morning, my darlings. Welcome back to a new vlog. I am extremely excited this morning because we have woken up to a whiteout. We've had little flutters of snow over the past week to 10 days, but it's never settled. But I have been watching the weather forecast like a little hawk, and I had a feeling today would be the day. It snowed all through the night. It's not a lot of snow, it's literally like less than an inch, but I am so excited to get out and about and walk around the village and see how magical it looks with the snow. I don't know what it is, but something about snow just, I find it so magical. Everywhere out the window in January is normally gloomy and grey, and today it is crisp and white. It's very foggy outside, so unfortunately it's not that perfect like blue sky crisp snow day, but I have got so many layers on. I really do not want to come down with a cold, so I've got my thermals on, my Sweaty Betty thermal leggings, I've got thermal cashmere socks, thermal top, cashmere jumper, and then I've got 2 more layers to go on over the top. I know that when snow is this thin on the ground, it normally doesn't last that long, so I am up bright and early. Oh my goodness, I haven't even had my cup of coffee this morning. My face still feels so puffy, but in case you couldn't tell, I am so excited to just get outside and enjoy the snow. So I thought I would take you along with me and we can enjoy this first snowy day in the Cotswolds together. What do you think, Lynn? What is it? Oh. Okay, so there's not quite as much snow as I potentially thought there was. It literally is the lightest fluttering of snow to ever possibly exist, but it's the most snow we've had since we've lived here, so it's enough for me to get very excited about. I've come out with my camera. This is my Olympus OMD EM10. I believe that's what it's called. I just thought I'd take a few little snaps for the memories of our first snowy day at the new house. Don't know if I can call it new house anymore. So I'm going to speak very quietly because it's a very peaceful little village. But this cottage always reminds me of the cottage in The Holiday. And it looks even more magical today in the snow. I've just popped on some slightly more practical footwear. These are from Sorrel. Haven't actually worn these outside yet, so this is their debut, and we are going to take a little snap here. It just looks so lovely. I wish it was completely white out, but a little sprinkling of snow is better than none. When it comes to you, but I guess you're curious, huh? So let me show you what I can do, 'cause I don't mind taking my time to stay in this bed now, never get out. Home again, and the snow has pretty much all melted. Oh my goodness, never mind, it was still nice to tootle around and see a little touch of winter wonderland, but now it's just made me hope even more that we get a full whiteout very soon. Time for some lunch, and as you may have seen, I made a butternut, squash and hazelnut and feta quiche the other day, so I'm going to have a little bit more of that. I've just popped some in the Aga, and then I also have some butternut couscous here, but I think I'm going to warm that up as well. And we also have some little boxes of salad bits that Charlie picked up earlier in the week. So I'm just going to grab a few little bits and bobs to snuffle for my luncheon. So this is just absolutely typical. As soon as I get home from my little snow expedition, I open my Amazon order and here are my snow boots. I actually got these on next day delivery. It was incredible how quick they came and so affordable as well. I wanted some pure white snow boots. I thought that would just look really nice. I'm pretty sure these were under £20. I was literally blown away by how affordable these were for such sturdy boots. They're a brand called Polar, and I think it's kind of like North Face style brand. They feel so warm and cozy. They've got this faux fur in the lining. It's looking a little bit bedraggled at the moment. I need to smooth it out. This like quilted bit down here, and then this really sturdy sole, which is going to be great on any icy mornings. I sized up with these so I can wear them with some nice socks as well. But yes, a wonderful little find from Amazon, as well as
Amazon do really good boots. That's one thing that you wouldn't expect from Amazon. I have seen so many of you tagging me in your Instagram stories wearing these. These are probably my best find from Amazon forever, which is ironic because their collection is called Amazon Find, but these are just so comfy, so wearable. It's surprising that they literally go with everything. This is my second winter of having and loving these boots. Yeah, they're just the best. I'll leave these linked down below as well. That lunch was absolutely delicious. I think I'm gonna make a tart every week from now on, because it's nice to just have one in the fridge, and then when you are feeling peckish at lunchtime, instead of going and putting a microwave pizza in the Aga, I can just pop in a slice of homemade tart. I mean, they're not hugely healthy. They're not well, I always think if something is homemade, then it's nutritious and good for the soul, even if it's not the most healthy thing in the whole world. I don't really mind, to be honest. So yeah, that was scrumptious. I think next time I'm going to try to recreate the tart that Charlie and I got from Dalesford last week, which was the curried leek tart. It was delicious. So I'm going to try that next time. If you guys have any tart recipes, let me know. I feel like that's going to be my food of the month, because now I know how to do it and how tasty it was. I love them. Tarts, quiches, frittatas. I'm going to make a lot more things like that. So it's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know where today has gone, but I have just been doing, I've had quite a lot of emails for a Friday. Normally Fridays are like a tumbleweed in the wind, but today's been quite busy email wise. I had a couple of deliveries which we were just unboxing, including some light switches and electricity points for the gym. I think I'll go out there tomorrow to show them to you, because it's starting to get dark now, and I think it's going to be lovely tomorrow. Plus side of me not doing daily vlogging is that I can kind of show you the fun bits from every day instead of having to drag out a full day. So anyway, I've decided I'm going to stop working now. It's just gone 4, as I said, and I think I'm going to call it quits early on. I do like to have a little bit of background entertainment on while I'm working, and I just went to put on Gossip Girl on Netflix, and I have realised that they have taken it off. I thought there was something wrong with my Netflix, and then I typed in Gossip Girl Netflix into Google, and yep, apparently they took it off on December 31st, at least here in the UK and in the US as well. So I put a story up on my Instagram explaining my shock and horror, but apparently it's still available in Italy and in Belgium until the end of January, because obviously they are making a new version of Gossip Girl with a whole new cast. I don't know how I feel about it, but I definitely want to completely rewatch the original Gossip Girl before moving on to that one. So I am gonna use my Surfshark VPN to test it, and I really am, fingers crossed, hoping this is gonna work. Yes, oh my goodness, it worked. Okay, so I have just changed my VPN location to Italy, and now, dun dun dun, we have Gossip Girl. It is back, hallelujah, but it says it's only available until the 31st of January, which means I have got 3 weeks in which to finish Gossip Girl. So if you watched my videos last year, then you'll know that I have got a long-term partnership with Surfshark, which is the VPN provider. VPN being a virtual private network, and it's something that you can use. You can download it on, with Surfshark, you can download it on loads of different devices. I've got it on my tablets, I've got it on my laptops, so I can put it on the TV, phone, no matter where you browse the internet, you can put your Surfshark VPN. I have got a special discount code which I'll pop on the screen here, and I'll also put it at the very top of the description box. It will allow you to save 83% on your package and get 3 months extra for free. So it's amazing if you are addicted to Gossip Girl like myself and you are distraught to find that it's no longer available on Netflix. Then this is a super duper easy way of doing it, and much more affordable than either buying the DVD box set or downloading any other streaming service. So I highly recommend it. This has genuinely been one of my best use cases of the Surfshark VPN. So yeah, definitely check out Surfshark, which will be linked in the description box down below. I cannot explain how happy I am to have Gossip Girl back. So yeah, if you do live in the UK or US and you didn't finish watching it before the end of December. I can confirm I literally just changed my country, and with Surfshark it's so easy. You just scroll, download it on your desktop, and then you can literally just scroll through hundreds of different countries: Serbia, Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Switzerland, UK, US, UAE, you name it. Click on the country that you want to place your device, and then you have access to the internet as though you were in that country. So it's amazing for Netflix, and I feel like during lockdown we all need a little bit more content to enjoy, so hopefully you guys will find that discount code useful. So I'm going to pop that on in the background while I undo some flowers. We've just had our weekly Arena flowers delivery, so I'm going to pop those out. And then we have had a Pasta Evangelists delivery. It was one of my gifts in my advent calendar from Charlie, was a subscription to Pasta Evangelists, which, oh my goodness, it honestly is restaurant quality pasta that is so easy to cook from home. So I think we're going to have that for dinner. I'm going to choose which dish we're going to have and get cooking.
Say it again, say it again. You're saying you're sorry, so say it again. Only you can make my
And here is the bouquet from Arena Flowers. I speak about Arena Flowers so much. I think it is such a good service. I think their subscriptions start from £20 per delivery, and they plant a tree for every bouquet sold. It's just a really great company. You get these amazing bouquets through the post. That was actually an Arena Flowers bouquet a couple of months ago. We let the hydrangeas dry out, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Do you like them as well, Dexy? This little hot dog is always found in front of the fire. So this week they sent the most beautiful roses, which I have not spread out very evenly. I need to readjust these, but they're just absolutely beautiful, with the eucalyptus as well. And I think I mentioned in a previous vlog, Charlie spoke to a local florist and she put together this bouquet for us, which is now drying out really nicely. She put this together for us just before Christmas. So we had this in the house before Christmas, and again the hydrangeas are just drying out really beautifully, as are the thistles and the little berries in here. So I'm going to leave this in the entrance area until it completely shrivels up. So we've got our Pasta Evangelist here for dinner. Charlie has ordered the lasagna, so I think we're going to whack this in the oven shortly. So delicious. And we're going to do a DIY garlic bread as well, because you can't possibly have lasagna without garlic bread. And here we have our Pasta Evangelist lasagna. Charlie actually ordered 3 portions. Because we do find that the portions are a little bit small with Pasta Evangelist, but we love it. They are very tasty. And we've done a homemade garlic bread.
Oh,
so this was...
rosemary in there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because rosemary just lifts it a bit.
Yeah. So we just melt some butter, some olive oil, some garlic on the agar and pour it through the bread.
I wouldn't say this bread is the best for it.
No.
French bread is always better.
Yeah.
But that does look, to be fair,
oh yes,
quite good.
Yummy. Good morning, my darlings. It is now the next day. In fact, it's 2 days later. I took a day off vlogging yesterday. Nothing exciting happened, so I have curled my hair and popped on some makeup for a Sunday morning, because I realised I did not have a video for this evening. So I have just, I say very quickly filmed something, but for a video that no doubt is going to end up being no more than 10 minutes long, it's taken me quite a while to film today's video. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I may look smart up here, but I'm still wearing my leggings. I actually got these from the Peloton boutique. Basically, if anyone uses my referral code, which I will leave down below, because if you purchase a Peloton and you use my code, you get £100 off your purchase, which is amazing. I get £100 credit too, but not on the main Peloton website, so I can't buy shoes, like the cleats or weights or anything. I can only buy like Peloton apparel. So because a couple of you have used my codes already, I have got a little bit of credit. So I picked up this pair of leggings. I'm not gonna lie, this looks really wrong. They are really comfy. They are super duper high-waisted. So I didn't want to take them off, so I just popped a dress on over the top to do today's filming. So I created a little filming setup here, just brought this light in, my ring light behind the camera. I had to half shut the shutters because it was a very cool blue light. This is so annoying. The lighting here is better than when I was sat down there. Damn it, I shouldn't have used my ring lights. I should have literally just set up shop here. But I'd be interested to know what you guys think. Now looking back on Sunday's video, you'll know by now I decided to do a video on top 10 basic etiquette tips that everyone should know and everyone should practice every single day. It's something that I wanted to do for such a long time. I wanted to do it as a proper, like, re-glam professional video, wearing a ball gown in the most amazing setting, and do it really, really properly. But I think, firstly, I just can't do that right now because obviously lockdown. But I thought actually these first basic tips could be just sat down at home in a really chatty way. And I'm gonna gauge the interest of this video because I'd love to do it as a full series. I'd love to do, like, when we're allowed to, I'd love to film in a restaurant and do proper dining etiquette. I just think there is a bit of a long lost art, and where we do all of our socializing online on our phones, and even this year, like, we've not really been able to socialize. I think people are sometimes losing these absolute basic skills. So today's video that I've just filmed is like those top level, really, really super duper high level things that hopefully everyone already knows and already does. But I'd like to go into more detail in certain topics in future videos. But anyway, I ramble about that in the video that I've just filmed. But what I'd like you guys to tell me, and now that I'm not filming it, and it's, by the time this video goes up, it will have been live for 4 days. Go back and watch that video and tell me if you think I sound weird, because this is the first time I've really done more of a scripted video. So on my laptop, I had a full page of notes, and I kept actually pausing filming and going and looking, reading my notes, and then almost reciting them to the camera. So I don't know if it will have had that, like, nice flow. For example, right now, obviously I'm just talking off the cuff, and I feel like I might come across as quite stilted and that it may not have a good flow to it. So please go back and let me know. I actually found it harder to film because it was scripted. I like to just talk off the cuff, but because there were 10 specific points that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to have them noted down. I didn't want to forget anything, so I need to just practice and get better at that. But anyway, I need to go and edit it now so that it can be edited and uploaded before 5 p.m. I'm also going to film some of Charlie doing a Sunday roast. He's doing roast beef today for us and obviously my mum, so I'm going to film a little bit of that. But yeah, first of all, I'm going to put some normal clothes on and unpack all of this. Okay, the room is tidy enough. I have popped on something a little bit more wearable for a Sunday. This is a fairly new, and I know after my closet clear out, you may be thinking, Josie, you are hereby banned from buying any more white knitwear. And I know, I'm the first to admit, I have got a little bit of a problem, but I have had a very good clear out. So the stuff isn't online just yet, but it will be very soon. So do email hello@Fashion Mumblr if you want to potentially purchase some bits for my clear out. But this is a knit that survived the cull. I really like the V-neck. I think it's perfect if you've got on a nice necklace. So I've popped on my lovely, this is my favorite Monica Vinader necklace. It's quite cropped, so you do have to not wear leggings that are too revealing. I mean, I wouldn't wear this out and about. Obviously I'd be too cold, so I would always wear like a long coat over this, because I think this is fine for in the house, but I wouldn't really want to be quite so bummy out in public with a crop jumper like this, if you know what I mean. But anyway, now I need to stop rambling, tie my hair up, and start doing a quick edit to get this video published tonight. Alrighty, my editing is done. It is uploading, 14 minutes until upload complete, and then I will get it scheduled, ready to go live this evening at 5 o'clock. I'm really looking forward to seeing the response to this video. So now I'm going to go upstairs and do a little bit more tidying. I've just got a little bit more sorting I need to do up by my dressing room, and I've got a confession. I have gone down a YouTube wormhole. This probably was recommended to me after watching loads of documentaries on the royal family and looking at like Princess Diana videos and things like that. But I've come across, and I've heard of it before, a series, I think it was on Fox, an American channel to begin with, and it's called I Wanna Marry Prince Harry. So it's about 6 or 7 years old, and it's these 12 American girls that have been flown over to England, and they're staying in a castle with this guy who is the doppelganger of Prince Harry, and they are trying to like guess if it's him, and the TV show are putting on all of these tricks and traps, like they've got fake paparazzi, fake security, and at one point they were like, oh so we've got to go, national security. And it's just absolutely crazy, and some of the girls are a bit suspicious, and some of them are like, oh my god, I think it might actually be Prince Harry. That's the worst American accent ever. But it's just such trash and so entertaining. So that's what I've just had on in the background while doing my makeup, and what I'm going to put on in the background now while I do the tidying. It's rubbish, but I highly recommend it if you need some very, very light entertainment. And I have another confession. We're having a Sunday roast later on in about 4 hours. But something that I love to eat, which I would never ever share normally, but I'm just craving. It's not baby food, obviously, but it's not far off. These are my favourite little naughty, lazy, unnutritious. I say that, but it does say it's one of my 5 a day. Basically, pasta shapes in tomato sauce. I absolutely love them. They are so yummy. And when I just am hungry and I want something that's gonna slightly fill me up and be nice and warm and comforting. My favourite is Peppa Pig, but I do also like Thomas Tank Engine. Oh my goodness, this is so embarrassing. They all taste the same, but I love the little cartoon shapes. You just pop them in the microwave for 2 minutes and you're done. So I'm gonna make myself a bowl of Thomas Tank Engine pasta shapes and then go and do some tidying up. I'm sure it can't just be me that just has these corners that just end up getting full of clutter, but as you saw from that hyperlapse, I have now emptied this chest of drawers. I had been putting this off since we actually lived in London. We actually moved house with this chest of drawers just full of stuff because I could never bring myself to declutter, but I have got some stuff for charity shops over there, loads and loads of rubbish over here. And now in my dressing room, we have this drawer here is filled with the bits which survived the cull from that chest of drawers. And it's just one of those drawers filled with random bits and bobs. So for example, I've got in here loads of different hair bobbles, but then equally randomly, I've got some Egyptian Magic skin cream. I might pop that in my gym bag actually. What's this? And the toggle from my Mulberry Bayswater. Seriously, so random. Then I have got a little nail area. So this is my nail care kit. So I've got things like quick dry drops, I've got some hand cream, I've got some nail strengthener, and then these are amazing if you wear gel polish and you don't want to pay to get it professionally taken off at a salon. It's basically pre-infused little strips of cotton with the foil in these little pouches which you squeeze over your nails, and then it helps to get rid of your gel nail varnish. I have got a DIY eyebrow dyeing kit from Eyelure, and then all of my individual lashes. I basically only wear these little accent lashes. Well, these are actually probably full, but my favourite kind of lashes to wear are the little ones that just go on the very edges. I think that just looks so lovely and natural. Then I've got a few face sprays down here, a top up of my favourite Elizabeth Arden vitamin C capsules, and then miscellaneous in here I've got a hand cream, I've got some little mini handbag fragrances, some Invisibobbles, some hair clips, some lip balm. So yeah, all of my miscellaneous beauty products are down here. As you may have seen from other videos, I have got this organised to have my jewellery in here. This is kind of overflow jewellery. A lot of it is up in my stackers over there. And then I have got a lot of makeup and hair bits and bobs in this drawer here. I've got some dry shampoo, some setting spray. This is usually where I come and top up my makeup before doing any filming. I really don't want to clutter the top here. I think it's nice having it fairly empty. But then in this corner here, I do have a couple of notebooks. So this is I actually have two 2021 diaries. This one was very kindly sent by the Galan team. It's a beautiful Smithson, or is it Smyson, 2021 diary. But then this one is my personalized one from the Inspired Stories. And it is just so, so beautiful. I think I'll be using this as my everyday diary. It's got really lovely things in it like goal setting. It's got monthly wish lists, a really, really lovely diary with like to-do lists and things like that. So these are up here, and some little personal bits and bobs as well. I was going to do a little bit more of a clear out in here, but instead I think I'm going to blow out the candles and go downstairs and help Charlie with our Sunday roast. Okay, vegans, look away, because Charlie has got an epic roast on the go. What have we got on the menu today, darling?
We don't eat roast beef a lot actually, do we? So we've been massively cutting down on meat in the week. Didn't eat any meat this week, did we? Monday to Friday. So at the weekend, this is our guilty treat. This is for me, you and your mum. It's probably going to be too much, but I think it will be good. And it's a lot of roast rib beef. When people have roast beef in the UK for roast, normally you have one of three types. You have top side, which is what like mum and your mum would probably do, which is nothing wrong with, but I always find it's quite a lean bit of meat, so there's not much fat in it.
Okay.
So the flavour comes from the fat. Then you've obviously, it's the most affordable. Then you've got sirloin, which I actually would like to try, because I've never roasted a sirloin. So you obviously get sirloin steak, you get the whole thing. And then this is obviously a rib of beef. So when you have a ribeye steak, that is cut from this.
Ah.
That's a rib of beef, but a ribeye steak would be a smaller portion of this.
Okay.
So this was about 30 quid, so it's about £10 a head.
Okay.
But truthfully, that would be enough for 4 or 5 people. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if you were cooking for 6, that would possibly be enough for 6 if you did more of the sides.
Okay.
But obviously, I eat a lot of meat.
So what have we got for our side dishes today?
So we have, we are doing roast potatoes, which I'll give you a little look at because they're starting to look rather good. And this is with my newly I kind of think I pioneered it myself. In that a lot of chefs will tell you to add the garlic and the rosemary at the start.
Right.
But they just burn.
Right.
So I do the spuds, and then about halfway through when I turn them, I then add the garlic and rosemary, and it doesn't burn.
What does that even do? Because surely...
It flavours the oil, which is being soaked up by the potato.
Right.
So it makes a massive difference.
Okay.
This is a massive experiment.
Oh.
So...
Oh my goodness.
It's cauliflower and broccoli cheese.
Yeah.
It's following the Jamie Oliver recipe in that there's broccoli in there that we're going to wazz up with the Thermomix.
Yeah.
However, we don't have any cheddar, we don't have any parmesan.
No.
We have a truffle brie from Dalesford that goes out of date in a few days. So I've just stuck that in there.
Is that going to be enough? Is it going to be cheesy enough?
I think so. Let's try it. Try that. I think that's cheesy enough. I think that's quite nice.
Oh wow.
It's perfect, isn't it? So this is the unhealthy bit. Then we're gonna, so that's obviously a cauliflower and broccoli cheese. I'm gonna use the Thermomix. What we will need is some milk for the Yorkshires, because we've used all the milk for this.
Okay.
Then we're just gonna do carrots like I normally do them, with a bit of mustard and honey.
How do you actually do that?
So you put them in this, ideally you want, this is literally the best pan ever, and it's a Jamie Oliver and Tefal collaboration.
Right.
Which we had one of in Clapham.
We got it from Sainsbury's, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. When he used to, because he's not Sainsbury's ambassador anymore, he's Tesco.
Funny.
Which is really odd.
That's really funny.
But you can still get them on Amazon. They're about 50 or 60 quid, but to be honest, it's amazing for so many things. Like I use this for making any meat dish for like a cottage pie, a bolognese. It's my most used pan, even though we've got all those lovely expensive ones.
Yeah.
This is the most used because it's, why was I talking about it?
We'll leave a link down below.
Yeah, because for the carrots, they're great in a sort of, you want them spread out. If they're in a deeper pan that you boil potatoes in, they don't caramelise as quickly. So you want more surface area.
Okay.
So then the carrots, they'll be laid out.
Yeah.
Right? You put a little bit of water in there.
You've not shaved them?
No, because I've washed them. They're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on personal preference, doesn't it? They're totally washed, scrub them down, and then you put it in here with a bit of boiling water and some butter.
How much boiling water?
Well, you just got, these are the sort of things, it's all to do with quantity.
Right.
So enough that
do you want to cover? Oh, you cover them.
Cover them, but only just.
Okay.
Put some butter in there.
Right.
Let the water disappear. Let the butter start to caramelise.
So
carrots.
high heat.
Yeah.
Just water and butter chucked in together.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then you add the honey.
Okay.
I'm going to need to get this on now. And then you add the honey, and then just stir in a bit of whole grain mustard, depending on how much you like, at the end.
Right. That's actually not that tricky, considering most people do the most basic carrots. Just boil them, and that's so boring.
They're like leveled up, and then if you want to level them up one more bit, you add some thyme. So I've got that from the garden, and I will just rub it in my hands over the top of the carrots at the end, and that just adds a bit more to them.
Right.
And one thing I'd say that people don't do enough of is season their veg.
Yeah.
Like, truthfully, you've got to season your veg. Then for the greens, because you do need something green, we're just going to have these beans.
I like beans. Bit of butter.
A bit of butter.
Yeah.
Brings out the flavour.
Lovely.
And then Yorkshires. So yeah, I mean, this is probably my favourite roast in terms of having roast beef.
Yeah.
This is a slotted spoon here. That was amateur. Yeah, so that's what is on the go. I always think that sometimes, in general, including restaurants, they overthink the number of sides.
Yeah.
I think if you've got with a beef or a lamb, you want cauliflower cheese, and you want Yorkshire puddings.
I think cauliflower cheese with all roasts.
It works with all roasts, but I think when you're having like a red meat, you want cauliflower cheese, like you'd have a mac and cheese with a steak.
Yeah.
And then I always like to have a bit of colour, i.e. carrots.
Yep.
Or you could do sweet potato. And then I always like to have something green. So green beans, broccoli, cabbage.
What's your least favourite side on a roast?
You know what? I'd still like it, but probably parsnip.
Yeah.
I don't mind them, but the fact is with the parsnip is really they just take on the flavour of whatever you're putting them with.
Right.
So they're not very. You can roast them with honey. Honey roast parsnips are nice. Did them at Christmas, didn't I?
Oh, I think Victoria was talking about this like parmesan, almost deep fried parsnip.
Which is lovely, but you could easily. My point with parsnip.
You got to make them taste good.
I don't think they add anything. You could easily do that recipe with a potato or a sweet potato, and it tastes probably better.
Cool. So let us know in the comments below if you would like to see a full dedicated video on Charlie's YouTube channel, which I don't think you've updated in over a year, have you, darling?
It's been more than that.
Yeah. However, I have to say, watch Charlie's first video because it was a morning routine based on, what was it? What's the film?
American Psycho.
American Psycho.
I'd actually love to refilm that because
in this
now
house.
We have a bathroom and a bedroom worthy of that video.
Yeah.
But
I keep saying Charlie needs to do a full YouTube video on like 10 tips for doing a Sunday roast, things like that. Right, I can see he's getting busy. I'll leave you to it, darling, and I will make the table. Oh, and one final thing for the cauliflower cheese, which Charlie has already done a full video on your IGTV, right?
Yeah, on my Instagram, yeah.
Yeah. Breadcrumbs on top makes all the difference, but yeah, I will leave Charlie's cauliflower cheese IGTV link down below.
The other thing that makes even more difference with the breadcrumbs that we don't have any is flaked almonds.
Do we not have any?
No.
Are you sure?
No, we've used them all up. We used a lot at Christmas, I think.
I've got real almonds, could waz them up.
No, they need to be flaked. Yeah, but you know, it's all good.
Some may say it's cheating, but an instant way of smoothing out your sauce, but actually we have to blitz ours because Charlie puts broccoli in the sauce. Why is that? Just to use up and get some more health in it, or?
I mean, it makes the sauce green, so visually it makes it more interesting.
Not that green.
Fine, well let me prove it to you. There we go, let's waz it up. Right, let's have a look. This will be quite green, but I don't know if it...
I don't think it will.
I think it
I
adds
bet you
quite a bit of flavour.
£10 it's not green.
How much?
£10 it is not green.
That's pretty green.
That's not green.
That's quite green.
That's cream with green
Mate,
flecks.
that is quite green.
Right, comment down below. Is this sauce cream or is it green? It's got green in it, but that's a cream sauce.
Oh, this is going to be one of my best, I reckon.
Yum, yum, yum.
That texture is good.
I do love a cauliflower cheese, and it needs to be slightly char grilled on top as well, right?
Yeah. Ooh, Look at the quantity. Almost nailed it.
Oh, it's going to
Almost nailed
overflow.
it.
Quickly,
Don't worry.
quickly, quickly,
It's all right.
quickly, quickly.
It's all right. Well, what, darling? Help me then. It's fine. It's totally fine. This is why in the kitchen I'm relaxed, but you take everything to a stress out.
Well,
no stress
I
needed.
don't want it dribbling all over the worktop.
All good. Right. There you go. And then I reckon we've got a bit too many here.
And how long does it go in the Arga for?
I mean, honestly, I just keep an eye on it. The thing is, this is why we are extremely fortunate with the Arga, because this will now go in the lower oven, which cooks things at a much lower temperature, for about half an hour.
Wow.
The key is, really, if you're doing a roast for a lot of people, you want to make that the day before. Like, if you're doing a roast for like 6, 8, 10 people, and you're taking it really seriously, and you're still a beginner on the old roasts, that's something you can do the night before.
I think what you need to talk about when you do it on your YouTube channel is the timings and little tips like what you can do the day before, what you can get done in the morning.
I think the challenge is, the timings, a lot of it is
Practice.
down to sort of you, and just knowing, like, gradually you'll get used to sort of, I think the thing with the roast is, like, ultimately you are in the kitchen for quite a long time. Like, it depends what you're roasting. But I like to be in the kitchen doing things rather than sitting and then, you know, chatting with people, and that's the good thing if you've got an open plan kitchen, because you can just have a rugby on. These are going to be good. So what you'll see, look, with these, and this is where getting the quantity of your oil right is actually pretty key.
Right.
You could argue that I might have probably put a little bit too much in, because you want, when they get really crispy is when all the oil's gone. And
I
they've soaked the oil up.
shotgun that one because I love a little Sputnik. Daddy and baby are both a little bit tired after a big Sunday roast.
We only get these lovely little moments when Dexter's outside, because if Dexter was in here, he wouldn't let me cuddle Dickie like this.
No, I'm too jealous. Look how
These nice little moments, don't we? But the thing is, I won't let you hold my paw.
No. It's one of my little intricacies. I trust you, Daddy. I trust you, Daddy.
I love you so much. Look how scruffy my paws are, Mummy. They need a haircut.
Did you enjoy your roast beef, Dicky?
It was a bit overcooked. I told Daddy it was a little bit overcooked. I think he rested it for too long.
Oh, really?
You see, like my brother, I was a chef in years gone by. I was a chef in McDonald's. My brother was a chef in a Michelin star restaurant.
Alright. I just used to keep eating all the burgers.
I love what he does, so when we're watching something, Dexter's fast asleep on his back, tail, everything in the air, and Dickie sneaks off and goes and finishes both their dinners.
You're cleverer than we give you credit for, my little floof.
More clever.
Cleverer.
There you go, mate. Charlie Iron's finishing school. Oh, he's so lovely.
I'd go to Dicky finishing school. How to be the sweetest boon in the world. But anyway, Dicky wanted to wish you good night and say thank you for watching.
If everyone was a bit more like Dickie, the world would be a better place.
It really would. Dicky always thinks the best in people. He's happy-go-lucky. He would never do anything to intentionally hurt anyone.
Positive energy.
Yes. If everyone was more like Dicky.
That should be the hashtag from today.
Be more Dicky.
Be more like Dickie.
If you got to the end of the video, leave hashtag be more Dicky in your comment.
Trending. But it's true. Just care less about the uncontrollable things. Dickens doesn't care about uncontrollable factors in his life.
No. Look. Night night, everybody. Who, me?
You need to speak to my agent.
Yes.
There's going to be serious image right fees involved in this.